let's get some housekeeping and stuff out of the way. First of all, I want to welcome you and thank you. I'm not quite sure if this video goes first or second. I don't know yet. But anyway, we are looking at my course, which is now your course, 2D Game Art Assets for Beginners. And we're going to be building a lot of assets in this course, a lot of them. You are getting 60, but guess what? You're going to be making 60 assets. I know it seems a little bit hard to believe right now, but you will be. So, look at the most obvious thing here. This course is 19.5 hours long, and that is a long course, I know. But you know something? I really feel like I have to give you the most. I have to give you the absolute best presentation on creating game art assets as I can give you. So let's take a look at what we have here. Before we get to the content, I want you to go, this is the Q&A portion. Now there's nothing there because I'm making this video before I technically publish the course, but this is where you're going to ask all the questions. There are, and I know that I've said this before, hundreds of thousands of 2D game art assets, and there may be something that you really wanted to see. Post it there and just ask me. I always respond to people. I check all of my forums every single day, and I always respond. I don't leave anybody hanging. That's my style. So this is where you will see announcements. If you want to make bookmarks, obviously there's nothing created yet. This is the overview, and here's the course content. Now, let's take a look at what you're going to be getting and what you're going to be doing. This is my introduction. By the time you see this, there'll probably be a few more videos there. Now, section 2 is going to be all about using reference, because I don't want, in the very beginning, especially for some of you out there that may not feel that your artistic skills aren't as strong, I don't want you to worry about that. I want you to take a look at this video. It doesn't require you to draw anything like that. It's just about how I approach using reference. Section 3 is Photoshop. For those of you that do not know Photoshop, this is just a quick little primer on Photoshop. If you know how to use Photoshop, by the way, you can skip this section. I just want to make that clear. And this is going to be on a beautiful, beautiful program called Sprite, and I always mispronounce it. I don't know if it's Sprite or Sprite or something. You can get it on the Mac and PC. You can get it through Steam, so it does work on both. My suggestion is probably to get it through Steam, because if you have both a Mac and a PC for whatever reason, like I do, it's always good to have it like that. And for all of my iPad users out there, there is a app called Pixaki, and it's the only app as of this recording that I really liked with pixel art. And so I show you how to use both of these. Section 5 is all about creating assets. I want you to keep this in mind. I have these artist mindset videos that kind of sets up the video a little bit for you guys. And then at the end, there's an assignment for the core skills that we're going to be doing. Creating assets. This is the very beginning of creating things. I don't want you to feel like you have to draw something pretty. As a matter of fact, a lot of these very beginning assets are very simple, and they don't require you to draw everything perfect. I don't want you to do that. This is about building up your confidence and building up your skills. Section 6 is all about environmental assets. And as you can see, I got a little side quest video there that I just go into just making more trees. By the time you see this, the zip file for the assets that you will have, that'll be posted. Section 7, we take a little bit of a break and we talk about color theory and design. So you don't really have to draw anything there. I just want you to take a look at these videos. We are then going to move on to section 8, which is going to be our first tile set. And I got creating a tile set, and I got two different versions. This is a longer version, so it's a zip file, so it's optional. The zip files are always optional for you. So we're going to create our first top set. Section 9 is pretty long, but it's called Haunted Vania because I really wanted to have a theme going and showing you guys how to create a theme and make a bunch of different more assets and tile sets. Section 10 is about making some top-down RPG tile sets. Not necessarily RPG Maker, although I know there are those of you that will use that. And there also is top-down assets in Unity, and there's a few other game engines that use the top-down RPG assets. You are learning the skill on how to create them. The size stuff is up to you because it varies from different game engine to game engine, as I'm sure you probably already know. But if you don't, now you do. So instead of me just making one building, I have section 11. Now this right here, section 10, this is the core. This is the core of the course. Section 11 is going to be on building design. And what I do is I show you how to design buildings. And you're going to get a bunch of templates and things like that. So I found that this is going to be, I figured this is going to be way more helpful than to just show you how to make one building. I want to show you how to make, I want to give you the power so that you can design and create your own buildings. And that's what this section does. So I'm really hoping that you enjoy it. And section 12 is all about modular and hand-drawn assets. As of now, there are 20 videos here. And so 20 videos, and we take our time. And at this point, you can use Sketchbook Pro or whatever it is that you want to use, because this is all about doing the hand-drawn modular assets. So by the time you actually see this video, I'm probably going to add on another section, which is going to be based on your feedback. If you need me to make more videos, and it might warrant another section depending on when you watch this, then I will do so. If you feel like there was something that you really had your heart set on and you really wanted to see me do it, but you didn't quite see it, just let me know and I'll do that. That's fine. I love interacting with students. I like making new videos. I have no problem with that at all. I am going to stop talking. The other thing that I'm going to say is that some of these videos are a little bit longer because they have to be. For those of you that have never had me as an instructor before, I want you to know that if you have to speed up my voice for any reason, I will not be offended. It's okay. You can just go to the player that is on, you can go to Udemy's player and just speed it up as much as you need to. I speak at a deliberate pace because I realize that not everybody who is watching my courses, English may not be their first language. And also I do have students who have disabilities. So everybody else out there, I'm sure that you can understand, and hopefully that won't get in the way of you learning. So I like to speak at a deliberate pace, and I really want you guys to have a good time. I want you to have a lot of fun in the course. I want you to interact with each other. I would love to see you post work. I'm going to stop talking. All right. I will see you in the next video.